You know, I really enjoyed it. Perhaps because my expectations were rock bottom. You see, Warner Brothers sent out the screeners for this last night. Late last night. Like, I thought maybe they weren't going to go out late. With an embargo, a review embargo for midnight West Coast time. So I was like, this movie, woo, it must be a real stinker. So lo and behold, I was so pleasantly surprised that I had a really good time watching this movie. I even laughed out loud several times, and I was engaged. I never paused the movie. I never stopped it. I never got distracted. I watched it all the way through, and I had a really good time. This was a big reveal in my trailer reaction. I haven't really watched any Tom and Jerry cartoons, and I've never really been a fan of live action animation hybrid movies. But for some reason, this just really clicked. I felt it had everything. It had great jokes, great animation, great live action cast, great sets. Loved the hotel. I don't blame Tom and Jerry for wanting to live in a hotel. It was really nice. And sure, the hotel was clearly not in New York City. But as a New Yorker, I really enjoyed that it seemed like it was in New York City. I was like, I'll play along with this. It's fun. And Tom and Jerry's day trip around the city as tourists was adorable. Jerry's apartment was also adorable. I would have loved to have spent a little more time in there. And I thought it was a really sweet message that they sometimes got along. I mean, it is a family film. I think anyone would enjoy it. But, you know, for children watching it, I think it's a really nice teachable message that you can do more and have more fun when you work together. And some humans in the movie learn that lesson too. Now, how do they explain that Tom and Jerry are animated and all the humans are not? Well, in this world, all animals are animated. And I thought that was really clever. I like that. It was a little Roger Rabbit-y. And I thought they had a lot of fun with that, even beyond Tom and Jerry. They developed other animated animal characters. They had the bulldog, voiced by Bobby Cannavale. They had a beautiful yet lethal cat who also didn't speak, but certainly made an impression. I liked her a lot. And I don't want to give it away, but they had a lot of really wonderful exotic animals at the wedding that were not only fun and thrilling, but hilarious. And Chloe Grace Moretz, the basic setup is that she's trying to help Michael Pena plan this wedding if Tom and Jerry would just get out of the way. Occasionally, I did feel Tom and Jerry were being very irresponsible. I was like, you guys are causing a lot of problems. See, it's super stressful. And when you're stressed out, it's very important to take care of yourself with places like Care Of, which makes it easy. All you do is take their 5-minute online quiz and get a personal recommendation tailored to you for your best nutrition options. Then you select what you want and you receive individually wrapped packets to take easily in the morning or on the go. I know I take my vitamins every day. I actually take mine in the evening because you're supposed to take them with food. Anyway, for 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com, link down below, and enter code BTT50. Again, for 50% off your first Care Of order. That's takecareof.com, and you enter code BTT50. Back to Tom and Jerry, let's talk cast standouts. Now, of course, Tom and Jerry themselves don't speak, keeping with tradition, but they were so well animated, from their body movement to their facial expressions, both adorable. And I have to say the live action cast's interactions with Tom and Jerry and all the animals was also really strong. I mean, often I was thinking about what it must have been like to film those scenes, because I was like, wow, that live action actor is not only creating a great space for the animators to work with in post, but still managing to interact with that. It's not like they just stand to one side of the camera and they're like, go to town on the other side. I mean, it really felt like they were interacting with the animated characters. It was, Roger Rabbit is above and beyond. But I think, it's not ridiculous to mention it in the same breath as Roger Rabbit. Let's put it that way. Voice work wise, I have to give a shout out to Lil Rel Howery, because a lot of the other animals do talk. And who's Lil Rel voice? He voiced the angel and the devil on Tom's shoulders, and he's as good as Patrick Warburton, who did that gag in The Emperor's New Groove. I could watch a whole cartoon series on Tom's angel and devil hashing things out. As for the live action cast, specifically, beyond their overall movements, fantastic across the board. Now, Rob Delaney and Ken Jeong, always hilarious, but they do have very small roles. Chloe Grace Moretz and Michael Pena are the human leads, and they are both excellent. Pena sporting a surprisingly strong accent. I would love to know his creative reasoning for going that way. I mean, he did a great job, but it was just a really strong choice. And I haven't seen Moretz do this good a job since Hit Girl, which is obviously a very different type of of role, but she was very much a leading lady. But some very nice surprises were Colin Jost. I thought he would be horrible. I bet the director and the producer thought he'd be horrible, but Scarlett Johansson maybe insisted on it, or their joint agency did, and they're like, oh, fine, Mr. Johansson can be in the movie. But no, he's Mr. Jost, so I was impressed. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. I didn't care enough to look it up. I do enjoy him on Weekend Update every weekend. But he was really good. He had some lines that he actually delivered well, and I thought he was very well cast as this kind of like, hapless, silly, overprivileged guy. They gave him really good gags, and every time he showed up, he was a delight. I would like to see him in more stuff, actually. And then, who else I would like to see more of is Patsy Farron, a real scene stealer as a zany but sweet bellhop. I loved that they had a woman as a bellhop, and she did a great job. She was, I think, she was fantastic. And Jordan Bolger also makes an impression as the hotel bartender. And I have a lot of respect for Tim Story and his casting director for all of these casting choices. This is not only a diverse cast, but a dynamic cast. Everyone, you're like, you're so talented. I'm so glad you've gotten work. And I just had a great time watching this, as I think you can tell. It was light and fun, and again, it made me laugh out loud. And screenwriter Kevin Costello, who actually hasn't done that much, he did a great job here. This is a good calling card for him. It's inventive and clever, and it seems refreshed, even though it's a very old brand, obviously, but it's also still good comfort food. I highly recommend Tom and Jerry. I'm now playing in theaters, but it's also on HBO Max. So I think it's really a fun time. So I hope you enjoy it. Some of you have already tweeted me that you liked it, so I'm really happy to hear that. I'm glad to hear that others are taking a stand that Tom and Jerry is a good movie. So give it a whirl. You might like it too. Share those thoughts down below. Subscribe today. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.